All right, y'all. So I got a video on this channel, the Daily Rage Bait channel, and I have Jake Paul here at an 84. This is overall. Let me go ahead and move my camera real quick. This is Jake Paul at an 84, and on the right is still Jake Paul, but I got his stats up on the right. I'm gonna do this first, and then we're gonna talk about the whole patch update and address everything. So this is Jake Paul. He's an 84 overall. His left hand power is an 87, right hand power is an 88, jabs is 87, hooks 89, uppercuts 87, straights 89, power punching 88, and counter punching 86. His guard is at a low 80s. His courage is at a mid to upper 80s. His health is at a mid of 80s, and his stamina is at the mid range of 80s as well, along with his speed. Now, when you look at this chart right here, there's other stuff to look at, like his trades punching in bunches too. It says when throwing a combination of punches, damage increased by 3%. Of course, that means his power, of course. It says from round 6 onwards, recovers 6% less stamina. All right. It says from round 6 onwards. Now, my problem with this whole thing is the online is still 8 rounds. So like, I feel the effectiveness of so much shit in this game, it just doesn't even matter. Powerhouse, it says here, increase the damage of thrown punches by 20%. That is fucking crazy. Powerhouse. Oh my God, this is passive. Started around, okay? You got above there. It says passive, reduce the damage of thrown normal punches by 10. That's another one. Now, let's talk about Jake Paul overall. He is actually a beast in this game. He's insane, but he could get knocked out. He got a very slow overhand right, but if you do switch his stance, that's it, it's over. He could fuck you up. All you gotta do is turn the stance, he'll fuck somebody up. Now, let's also talk about the update. 1.2. It addressed so many different bugs. They gave us new knockdown animations. I've actually seen them. Looks super fucking cool, by the way. It looked like you motherfuckers are stumbling and shit. I like it. I like it. Whoever got mocap in it is fucking lit. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I'm still encountering some hit detection issues, but this time it seems like when I'm going for a body shot, he throws a fucking right hook to the head, or when I throw a heavy left hook, in some cases, some scenarios, like out of 10 fights, it might happen in like 2-3 fights, I start throwing body punches when I'm trying to throw head punches. And I'm like, what the fuck? And of course, I don't mind when your punches go through the block. Of course, I'm glad the stamina got reworked and it's very well, and it goes through the block sometimes. But there is something mechanically wrong with this game that I don't think is fixable. Punches still sometimes don't hit. Sometimes you could be close up. Also, when two boxers collide in a power punch, more oftentimes than not, it just cancels out, which is okay. I would have rather seen some sort of like a connection with the body hitting, and then they both back away from each other. But it seems like it's just like a weird, awkward cancellation. You still can't clinch. I haven't clinched nobody actually. My buttons wasn't working, so I don't know. And from this update, I'm seeing that you can get up more frequent now, which is cool. You know, it's cool for everybody, but once you get to the later knockdowns, it becomes more difficult. But man, these punches are not a lot of them are punching still. There's still some sort of like delay now. Like when you throw a punch, it's almost like you're recording on your Elgato, your external, and you're playing on your Elgato. And when you throw a punch, then like a split second later, you hear it and feel the punch. So I feel the punch on time, but I don't hear it. And it looks very sloppy. Everything that's happening right now, very sloppy in the heavyweight division. I feel like in the heavyweight division, even playing as Big Bang Zhang, like me throwing a heavy with him is like, I don't know why that wind up is so fucking slow. I looked up highlights. I've never seen it that slow to the point where you could literally knock him out while he's in motion of it. That's not natural. That's not realistic. I'm gonna be honest, that's not. And so it just threw me off. I was having bad games with him. I was trying to give y'all a W, but I said, fuck it. I'm gonna give y'all this loss. I went up against a fucking pro boxer, pro player, whatever the fuck you want to call him, and he was beating the shit out of me. But playing even with Manuel Marquez, I'm noticing sometimes I'm going up against like Canelo and punches don't reach. They're not punching all the way and we're glitching into each other. So there's still a lot of reworking that needs to be done with this. Overall, I think the experience has been cool, but it's actually been annoying. I don't know if anybody feels like that, but it's been fucking annoying. So I've been annoyed with the fact that, yeah, I'm connecting, and then some of my punches aren't connecting, and I don't know, something's awkward, man, about like the animation sequences. I don't care, even when you hear me bitching about me punching them the same amount of times as they punching me in the same sequence, it just so happens sometimes I gotta get it timed right. Maybe you gotta hit them at the best timing, and they're catching me at my worst, so whatever. But there is some awkward punches being hit and thrown, and a lot when you're throwing these fucking punches, you're not even throwing the punch, you just see the animation of their body getting hit. So that is happening a lot still. That is still happening a lot. There was a time, a couple fights where I got knocked down to the floor and I didn't know I was knocked out yet, or my opponent as well, which you saw in the Jake Paul fight. That is still happening. I love the fact that when people quit, it still shows the countdown going to 10. That's your fucking loss. I'm still getting a W. But all in all, this update, man, I guess they tried their best to address a lot of it. One thing, whether if it's hit detection or desyncing, I definitely got ghost punched a couple times, but I promise you, after 4 hours of playing, from fucking 11 a.m. till like 4, I did not encounter somebody punching me from down the block. So I could say that, thank God. But I definitely encountered once or twice, like up close when I moved away, a little bit of ghost punches. So that's still kind of happening. And here's more issues that I have with it, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I ain't gonna hold back on the issues, man. You should have given us a region to play on. I don't see no fucking region to play on, dude. Like, I want to play at a region that's in the US. I keep going up against people overseas and the connection is ass. So because of that, that's where you start seeing all those hiccups. But I'm not going up against a lot of people in the US. When I do, the game is fucking flawless. I'm having mad fun. But other than that, my experience so far with the 1.2 is not the absolute worst. It's just very annoying that I see my opponent is connecting his hits, but I feel like my punches aren't catching them. They're not snapping. So I'm just like, okay, it's just leading to certain shit happening. But overall, that's just how I feel about this update. The boxers are great. All the boxers in the game are fucking low. I said low, are fucking lit, you know, to use. But man, it's just something funky about hit detection and delay. Hit detection and delay is a problem in this game. Also, it don't seem like they reworked the whole categories with the weight classes, so you can now use more weight classes. I think in the online, it's still 8 rounds if I'm not mistaken. The campaign, I haven't even used the career mode yet after the update, so I haven't tried that. But as far as anything else, I haven't tested out much. I think the gear is cool, but there's still some significant issues with the game that need to be addressed, and hopefully soon they are addressed. Now, Jake Paul's in a cruiserweight where he can only go up against these guys here, so you know, it's fair game. But let me know what you guys think. This was a short video. This is just my honest thoughts. They fixed as much as they can, but they still need to go back and rework some stuff. There's some issues going on, but I do love the knockdown animations. I love the new rings, the new arena. I said rings. The new arenas that they've introduced, the 2 new ones. It was cool, but please fix this fucking shit. Oh man, you know, man. Whatever. I'm out. Peace.